Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Charlotte and today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this polka dot granny square. If you like today's tutorial, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider it, and always leave a comment letting me know what you would like to see in future videos. Okay, with that being said, let's get started on crocheting this polka dot granny square. For today's colors, I'm using the yarn I've been using for the past few days. It's just yarn. It's from the Dollar Tree. You can only get it from there. It's made by Premier. And the color, I recently learned, the color is called Greige. Yes, Greige. It's a mix between beige and gray. And the other color we're using is, again, Premier Just Yarn. And this color is Mist. They are both for worsted weight, medium for yarn, and today's hook is just a boy of 5.5 millimeter. So let's just get started. We're going to start with a magic ring. We're going to start with the circle first. So to make a magic ring, I hold my yarn like this. I wrap it around my first two fingers, kind of leaving a space. I cross it in the front. I hold it with my pinky. I come up underneath. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. I grab that piece of yarn, that strand that's on top. I bring it through. I kind of twist it. And then I just go ahead and grab that yarn that I'm holding with my pinky and bring it through like so. And that is how I start my magic ring. Okay, to start this granny square, you're going to chain 2. Again, this does not count as a stitch. This is just to give us height for the stitches we're going to be putting in the center of this magic ring. We are going to then crochet, or double crochet, I should say, 12 double crochets into the center of this ring. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 double crochets. Then we're just going to take our string here from our magic ring, and we're just going to pull it to close it tight. We are now going to use a slip stitch into that very first double crochet we made. Remember, our chain 2 is just to give us height because I don't like to join into a chain. If you don't mind joining into a chain, you don't have to do the extra, begin with the double crochet. You can just use your chain stitch as a double crochet. I don't prefer that, so I just use it as height. So here's the first double crochet we made. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch right into that. You should have 12 double crochets for the first round. The second round, we're going to chain 2, again, not a stitch. And in that same space that we just joined into, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see, right there where we joined, right there, can you see that? We are going to put in 2 double crochet. So 1, and I'm going to wrap my yarn for a double crochet. I'm assuming you know how to make a double crochet, and there is 2 for that 1 stitch. Now for the rest of this round, it's going to be 2 double crochet in each stitch. So we're going to be doubling the amount to make it 24 stitches in total for this round. So just go ahead and put in 2 double crochet for each stitch for this round. I like to count them out just so I don't miss any or have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23 and 24. I always count them out just to make sure that I don't add any extra. I don't know. It'll just make your life easier in the long run. So then I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch into that first double crochet I made. Here's the first two I made. Here's the very first one I made. So I'm just going to slip stitch right in to that double crochet. And that is round 2. Again, round 2, you should have 24 double crochets in the round. So for round 3, now we're going to do increases. And I'll show you what I mean by that. We're going to start off though with a chain 2, again only for height. And in that very first stitch that we just joined into, we're going to put in 2 double crochet. That is going to be an increase. We increase by putting 2 double crochet into the same stitch. The next stitch is going to get 1 double crochet. The next stitch is going to get 2 double crochet. We're increasing every other stitch. So this is an increase. The next stitch is going to get 1 double crochet. The next stitch is going to get 2 double crochet into that same stitch for an increase. So you can say it to yourself like increase, standalone, increase, standalone, increase, standalone. And standalone, I mean just 1 double crochet. The next stitch is going to be an increase. The next stitch will be a standalone. The next stitch will be an increase, meaning 2 double crochet in the same stitch. The next stitch will be a standalone. And you're just going to keep doing that all the way around. And at the end of this round, you should have 36 double crochet. We're at an increase, a standalone, an increase, a standalone, an increase, and I have messed up on this round many times, but it's kind of easy when they're double crochets. You can go back and you can see, like I put 2 in the same stitch here. There's only 1 there, 2 there, 1 there. So you can kind of find, if you mess up, you can kind of figure out where you're at. Increase, standalone, increase, standalone, increase, oops, and then a standalone. And you should end with just 1 single double or 1 double crochet because we started out with an increase, so we're going to end with just 1. So it stays in pattern. And then again, we're just going to go ahead and connect or join the round with a slip stitch into that very first double crochet we made, which is, here are the first 2. Here's the first one I made, slip stitch right in to there. And this round, you should have 36 double crochet. For the 4th round, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 2 single crochets into that same place where we just joined. So single crochet, this is a single crochet round. We're going to put a 2 single crochets right into that same stitch. That is our increase. We're just doing it with single crochets opposed to double crochets. Now for the next 2, we're going to just put a single crochet by itself in each one of the next 2 stitches. So the pattern for this round is going to be increase, meaning 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, followed by a single 2 single crochets in their own separate stitches. That makes no sense. Let me retry. It's going to be an increase, meaning 2 single crochets into the same stitch, and then a single crochet by itself for the next 2 stitches. How about I just shut up and I'll let you see what I'm doing. That might be more helpful. Again, an increase, meaning 2 single crochets into the same stitch. And for the next 2 stitches, we're just going to put in 1 single crochet. So there's 1 for that stitch and 1 for that stitch. And now an increase, meaning 2 in the same, and then 1 for this stitch and 1 for the next stitch. An increase, and then 2 standalones. How about that? 1 and 2. And then an increase, and then 1 and 2. An increase, and then 1 and 2. An increase, and then 1 and 2. An increase, meaning 2 in the same stitch, and then standalones, 1 and 2. An increase, and then 1 and 2. An increase, and then you should end with 2 single crochets for their each, by themselves. So a single crochet in that stitch and a single crochet in that stitch. And then we're just going to go ahead. You should have 48 single crochets in this round. And we're going to go ahead and just slip stitch to that first single crochet we made. But we're not going to actually finish with that color. We're going to change colors. So I insert my hook where I need it to go. I kind of just put everything down. I cut this color and I bring in my new color. And we're going to go ahead and finish that slip stitch with our new color. So by doing that, all we're going to do is take our new color, wrap it around our hook like that, hook it, bring it through that stitch, bring it through to finish that slip stitch, drop the tails, pull on the tails to keep everything nice and tight. And then we're going to chain 2. So 1 and 2. Again, that's just for height. Now what we're going to do is in that same stitch where we just slip stitched, right there. I shouldn't have zoomed out. Okay. Right where we joined, right there, we're going to put in 2 double crochet. And this is the round where we make it more square-like. So there was 1 double crochet, here's 2 double crochet. Okay, so now we're building our square around our circle. And the pattern for that's going to be, we put in our 2 double crochet, and now we're going to do 3 half double crochet. And a half double crochet is just yarn over, insert it into that next stitch, bring up a loop, grab some yarn, and go through all 3 stitches like that. So we're going to do 3 of those. That was 1. We're going to go into the next stitch for 2, and the last half double crochet for 3. Now we're going to do 4 single crochet. So we're going to insert into the next stitch for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to do 3 more half double crochet. We're building our side. So 3 more half double crochet. We have 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do a corner, and to do the corner, we're going to do 2 double crochet into the next stitch. So the next following stitch, there's 1 double crochet, here's 2 double crochet. We're going to chain 2, and then in the next stitch, not that same stitch, but the very next stitch, we're going to put in 2 more double crochet for 1 and 2. So now we're going to start on this side to make this more like square. We're going to do 3 half double crochet. So leading up to your double crochets, you're going to have 3 half double crochets, and after you make your double crochets, you're gonna descend with 3 half double crochets, if that makes any sense. Before and after every after your sets of double crochet, you will have 3 half double crochets. Hope I did not confuse anyone. Kind of confused myself. There's 1 half double crochet. There's 2 half double crochets and 3 half double crochets. Now we're going to do 4 single crochets along the next 4 stitches. So 4 single crochets. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. Now we're going to do 3 more half double crochets. We're going to wrap our yarn or yarn over, insert for the next 3 stitches are half double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And now we're going to do a corner. So for a corner in the next stitch is going to get 2 double crochets in that same stitch, 1 and 2. We're going to chain 2, and then in the next stitch we're going to put in 2 double crochet. So this next stitch gets 2 double crochet, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. Now we're going to do our 3 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So here's 1, here's 2, and then here's 3. Now we're going to do 4 single crochets over the next 4 stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do 3 half double crochets in the next 3 stitches. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to do a corner. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. There's 1, there's 2 in the same stitch. We're going to chain 2 and do 2 double crochets in the next stitch together. So here's 1 and here's 2 in that same stitch. So you have 2 double crochets in this stitch, a chain 2, and then 2 double crochets in this stitch. Now we're going to do 3 half double crochets for the next 3 stitches. So here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Now we're going to do, for the next 4 stitches, we're going to do single crochets. So here's 1 single crochet, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to do our 3 half double crochets, and you can see we're coming up to our end here of this round. So the next, after the 4 single crochets, we're going to do 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And we have 1 stitch left, and that's going to get our 2 double crochets in that same stitch, 1 and 2. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to join to the first double crochet we made when we first started out with 2. That was the second half of our corner. So now we're going to slip stitch into that first double crochet we made of the round, like so. And there we are getting there. We're making it square-like. For this round, this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th round. We are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. We're going to put a double crochet into that same spot where we joined our round. So 1 double crochet goes in there. And then for each stitch along the side is going to get a double crochet. There should be 14. You should have 14 double crochets along the side. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 double crochets along this side. Now we're going to do a corner. And for this corner, we have this nice big space here for our corners. We're going to put in 2 double crochet into that corner. So there's 1 and 2. We're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Sorry, it's kind of out of frame there. 2, and then we're going to put 2 more double crochets into that same corner. So put 2 more in there, 1 and 2. And now we're going to count 14. There should be 14 along here. We're going to put 14 double crochets along this side. So sometimes this one hides, not always, but sometimes. Just make sure you grab that first one. That's why I think it's important to count out the stitches. You have 14 on each side. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And now we're going to do our corner. 2 double crochet in the corner space, 1 and 2, a chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in that same corner space, 1 and 2. Now we're going to count out 14 double crochet on this next side. If I'm going too fast or too slow, you can either slow down the video in settings or you can speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then we're at a corner, so we can go ahead and put in our 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochet into that same corner, 1 and 2. Now we have our last side here. We're going to put in 14 double crochet along this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, now we have to complete this whole corner. This corner we did not start this corner yet. So what we're going to do to finish this corner, we're going to do 2 double crochet in the corner, a chain 2, and then 2 more double crochet into that corner, 1 and 2. And then we're going to slip stitch into that first double crochet we made right there. And we are on our last round. So now each side should have 18 stitches across. So each side 18 stitches. Now for this last round, you don't have to do this last round if you don't want to, but I think it kind of really squares up the square. Yeah, that makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, and into that same space where we just joined, we're going to put in 1 single crochet. So we're going to have 16 total right now because we still have 2 stitches we have to complete when we complete our round. We'll have 2 left over. But we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And now the corner is going to get 2 single crochets, 1, 2, a chain 2, and 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Now this side, we're going to have 18 single crochets until we get to our corner. Again, right here, we just have 2. When we go to finish the round, we'll have 2 more single crochets to make to join. So again, we'll have 18 single crochets for this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you guys have made it this far, thank you so much. I know you guys probably don't want to sit here and listen to me count, but sometimes people like to see the whole thing made, not the skipping and the editing. So I try hard just to help everyone. So I know this part can be a little boring, but you just want to go ahead and put single crochets all the way around. And when you hit the corners, you're going to put in 2 single crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, and then 2 single crochets into the same corner. And then we have just 2 more sides. So if you guys are hanging on, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on what other tutorials you would like or what you want to see me do, please let me know in the comments below if there's anything I can help you with or anything I can change. Maybe there's certain aspects of my videos that maybe you would like to see different. You can let me know. And yeah, so we are almost done. I know this part's a little boring, probably a lot boring, because you guys probably get the idea by now. But we are at a corner, so remember the corners get 2 single crochets, a chain 2, and then 2 single crochets. And then we are almost done, guys. We are almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. We're going to put in our 2 single crochets for the corner, a chain 2, and then 2 more single crochets. We have to do this corner, and then we will have 2 more stitches left to finish this side. So we're going to do 1 and 2, and then you just go ahead and you join to that first single crochet you made of the round, slip stitch, cut your yarn, and then weave in those two ends. And for where we changed color, if you don't want to weave in these ends, I don't weave in ends. I have a whole video on how I don't like to weave in ends. But I just tie it tight. I tie it in a double knot. I cut it. And it disappears, and I'm happy with it because I'm not keen on tying or weaving in ends. It's bad enough I got this one and this one. So there it is, you guys. That is the polka dot granny square. You can make some, do what you want with them, different colors, sew them together, connect them, and you'll have yourself a nice little thing. So yeah. All right, that was today's video. If you guys found it helpful, please let me know. If you haven't already subscribed, that would be wonderful if you would, and turn on the notifications so you're notified when I upload new videos. So until next time, guys, I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.